In 2023, we got a resurgence of my second favorite LEGO theme. LEGO finally remade some classic Indiana Jones sets. Unfortunately, much to the dismay of fans, this appears to not be a return to the theme with traditional waves of sets, but more of a one-off batch with only 3 sets. And with the silence since their release, it appears unlikely that we'll see more Indiana Jones sets in the future. I wasn't able to get the original versions of these sets back when they came out in the 2000s, so getting these updated versions now was very exciting for me. Let's take an overview over this entire mini wave. But first, since recently getting these sets, I decided that I, along with my other mocks, wanted to make some Indiana Jones mocks, and I've already begun on one. Videos should be coming out soon for that, so if you aren't yet, make sure you are subscribed and have notifications on to get those videos the second they go live. Taking a look at the minifigures, we received 11 unique minifigures with not a single duplicate. Each minifigure is unique to its own set. We even got 3 new versions of Indiana himself, along with a new mold for his hat-hair combo, which is a major upgrade in my opinion. The inclusion of back printing is very nice, but has become quite standard in modern LEGO sets. Henry Jones Sr. looks quite similar, just updated to match LEGO's current design standards. All in all, the minifigures really are quite good. Taking a look at the smallest set of the wave, we have the fighter plane chase. While I am not usually a fan of vehicle-based sets, the vintage style of these is actually quite appealing to me. If LEGO would make more vintage-style cars, I might actually buy some of them. The car even matches decently well to this car from an older Indiana Jones set. The plane does fit the pilot into the cockpit and has a play feature allowing the wings to disconnect so you can recreate the scene from the film. Each set has a handful of stickers, but this has to be the worst one of them all. The decision to place a sticker on a transparent element only means that all the air bubbles will show up quite visibly. These green and gray patterns are also stickers, and the gray color does not quite match up with the dark bluish gray pieces, but that honestly doesn't bother me too much. The doors on the car are also stickers and actually match the color quite well though. And even the car fits both Jones minifigures into it and has this little chest in the back to store some items, which are just nice little touches to have. The next set is Escape from the Lost Tomb. The colors of the set create a nice contrast compared to the other 2 sets with this tan, yellow, and dark bluish color. This set is fairly simple with just a couple play features. You can drop snakes through this little ramp in the back to feed more into the tomb, and if you pull this lever, the mummy falls into place, ready to give that jump scare to Marion. But the main feature is if you lift this lever on the right statue, it will fall and break through the wall, making a way for their escape. Hence, the name. While the idea of this is cool, the practicality of it is not. I find myself wishing there was a way to lock this mechanism so it doesn't fall with the slightest bump. Anytime I try picking up this set, it is so sensitive that it just topples over. It frustrated me enough that I actually modified mine slightly so it would stay standing. This set includes a lot of stickers, which almost feel necessary to capture that look of the hieroglyphs, but of course it would have been nice to get prints. But with this amount of different sizes and shapes of bricks that would have each required a different print, there was really no way we were going to get prints for all those. We even get a couple fun Easter eggs with R2 and C-3PO, and this Bionicle mask on the back wall, which looks exactly like this one. Forgive me for not remembering its name, it's been a long time since I collected Bionicle. Now on to the final and largest set of the wave, the Temple of the Golden Idol. The colors of this build are so satisfying with the dark turquoise, sand green, and just all the greenery and wildlife around. I tend to just be a sucker anyway for all these earth tones. And I have to mention that this was by far one of the most enjoyable build experiences that I've had recently. Throughout the build are many stone faces which really sell the jungle temple vibes. The biggest one in the back seems to be the center of the temple and is a little more colorful. In the back there are 9 face stickers, each of which are unique, along with a few other stickered tiles. But a big win is that these round and 2x3 tiles all along the front are actually printed, which is a super nice inclusion. Unfortunately, however, that trend does not continue along the base since the quote tiles are stickers. This set definitely displays very well as it was marketed towards adult fans who are less likely to be playing with their LEGO, but despite being for adults, the designers went the extra mile and gave this set the best play features without question. Along the front we have 4 knobs, each of which have a mechanism to activate traps throughout the temple. First in the spider room we have the famous rolling boulder. When you turn the knob it falls quite fast, or if you want you can control it for a slower roll. The second knob activates the falling door, which is actually quite satisfying to move up and down. The next knob is the simplest one by far and simply twists this branch so minifigures can swing across. The final one has multiple features. If you twist it once, a light brick shines onto the idol and the idol lowers into the pedestal. If you keep twisting it, the statue on the wall crumbles and falls into the room. The amount of control the designer gave this feature is really amazing. This one knob does three things: turns on a light, lowers the pedestal, and collapses the wall. The way this was engineered is very cool and very fun to play with. While the back of the set is not very display friendly, the front fully makes up for that. And in another way, it's actually quite cool to see all the exposed, complicated mechanisms that make the front of the set so good. This set is easily the highlight of this whole wave of sets. All in all, I think LEGO did do justice to these three sets, and they will likely be positively regarded moving forward into the future. They are definitely major upgrades from the previous versions of each set. New techniques, pieces, and colors all contribute to that level up, and the wide assortment of minifigures is also very nice. We maybe could have used one or two more of these locals, but besides that, no complaints. I think LEGO pulled out all the stops for these three sets. However, limiting the release to only three sets from only two different movies is a little disappointing, especially when none of these sets were anything LEGO hadn't already made a model of before. I think some fresh new scenes would have been met very positively from the community. There's five movies, and only two of them were represented with these sets. It really just feels like they're playing favorites at this point. What do you think? Why do you think they didn't release more sets? Do you wish we had gotten more Indiana Jones sets? Do you want this theme to make a full return? Let me know in the comments below. I guess the best thing to say is I'm glad we got them, but sad we didn't get more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.